Welcome to a journey where the disciplined mind of Marcus Aurelius meets the precise spirit of the legendary Miyamoto Musashi. Imagine standing before a silent crowd, your breathing steady, your thoughts clear, and your sword gleaming with purpose. That is the essence of the Stoic Samurai, a mindset forged in the crucible of Roman contemplation and the warrior code of feudal Japan. As we walk through this script, we will uncover ancient lessons, actionable insights, and the confidence that stays unshaken even when the world turns to chaos. Philosophy Spotlight, Stoicism. Stoicism, a philosophy born in Athens and refined by the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius, teaches that true power lies not in controlling external events, but in mastering our own reactions. Marcus Aurelius, in his private journal known as Meditations, wrote, "You have power over your mind, do not let others take it." This core idea of internal sovereignty provides a foundation for the Stoic samurai. Listen to the story of Seneca, a tutor to Lucius. When Seneca lost his jaw in a duel, he bravely returned to symbols of life with a new perspective, noting that pain is merely a part of experience, not its master. Epet I, a Roman soldier, declared in his own words that the only true freedom comes from obedience to one's own reason. From Stoicism, we extract three lessons that anchor the Stoic samurai. 1. Discipline of the mind, consciously choosing which thoughts to engage with, refusing to let fear dictate action. 2. Resilience to external chaos, recognizing that tension comes from expectations, not reality, freeing you from emotional upheaval. 3. Clarity of purpose, understanding that courage is not absence of fear, but the decision to act rightly despite it. These lessons weave directly into the theme of our script. Unshakable confidence arises when the mind is disciplined, resilient, and purpose-driven, just as a samurai's sword becomes a tool, not a weapon of rage. Chapter 1. The Quiet Dawn of Courage. Long before swords were clutched in battlefields, Musashi wandered the quiet mountains of Japan, forming his first steps toward mastery. His early days reflect the Stoic principle of mental discipline. One story tells of Musashi standing before a bamboo grove, the wind rattling the stalks like a choir of doubts. He did not flinch. Instead, he measured each breath, letting the wind not disturb his focus. What does Musashi's quiet morning teach us for today? It reminds us that confidence is cultivated first in stillness. Rather than waiting for a perfect moment, set a daily routine of grounding meditation. Close a journal and write 3 affirmations that mirror your deliberate motives. I am prepared, I am ethical, I am resolute. Today's example. Every morning, pause for a minute to breathe in calm, exhale tension, and mentally recite your affirmations. By integrating this tiny routine, you apply Musashi's discipline to modern life's relentless noise. Conclusion. Musashi's calm before the storm prefaces the power to strike when the need arises. By forging calm in daily breath, we arm ourselves with the quiet that gives us unshakable confidence. Like, share, and subscribe for more insights that blend history with modern purpose. Reflective question. How does a moment of stillness change your perspective on the challenges you face each day? Chapter 2. The Duel of the Inner Mind. Marcus Aurelius once described a battle akin to a duel, not with swords but with thoughts. History records how he faced the thunder of war, disease, and personal loss, yet maintained composure. He recalled a time his brother's ill fortune tested his resilience. Instead of lamenting, he chose gratitude for the luxury of perspective. Modern relevance, confronting internal resistance as if engaging in a duel. When a project deadline looms, do not succumb to the panic that claims you are unprepared. Instead, ask, what can I control right now? And act. A practical example for today: if you receive unexpected criticism at work, pause before responding. Respond with the sentence, "I hear your point, let me examine the facts." This calm pausing reflects a Stoic mindset, turning potential turmoil into constructive energy. Conclusion. The inner duel shapes your external reality more than any external battle. Mastering this duel, as Marcus did, creates confidence that remains intact under pressure. Call to action. Engage with us by sharing your own inner duel stories. Hit like, tweet your insights, and subscribe for more teachings that turn ancient wisdom into everyday power. Reflective question. Which uncontrollable external factor can you convert into a mental challenge that refines your confidence? Chapter 3. The Path of Steel and Thought. A legend from Musashi outlines how he walked east to meet the legendary warrior Sasaki Kintoki in a duel. Yet the story is not about a final blow, but about the awareness of the path. While fighting, he observed that each step required rhythm, not just strength. Stoicism emphasizes the cultivation of virtue, wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance, like a refined path of steel. Philosophy teaches that a virtuous mind is a sword that cuts through error and fear. Applying this in contemporary business, think of product design, where each iteration is a step toward excellence. Treat each review as an opportunity to refine your weapon, the code base, your pitch, or your supply chain. Today's actionable advice. After critical review, conduct a morning inspection of your project. List 3 elements that require refinement, assign a simple action to each. This process parallels Musashi's mindful footwork and Stoic virtue cultivation. Conclusion. Confidence arises when we march toward our endeavors with both purposeful steel and disciplined thought. Engage with us, challenge others by sharing how you walked through a recent project. Like, share, and subscribe for more actionable, timeless lessons. Reflective question. How does treating each task as a step on a path improve your confidence? Chapter 4. The Night Before Enlightenment. In the chill of winter, the Book of 5 Rings says spirits that tie hearts to unnecessary certainty must be lightened. Musashi, embracing humility, vowed to see every mentor as a teacher. He approached a seasoned opponent on a mountain, ready to learn from the encounter rather than to secure a win. Marcus Aurelius echoed this sentiment, arguing that the most important lesson comes from seeing shorter, stronger minds in talent. When he lost a battle, he understood that victory required unrelated insights, not exhaustion. Modern-day application. When you find yourself overwhelmed by high expectations, whether a promotion target or a personal goal, let the night before be a study session. Check the honesty of your plan, ask for honest feedback from a trusted colleague, and adjust. Example, if you're preparing a presentation, ask a friend to simulate a cue and practice the most challenging questions until they become natural. This mindset transforms uncertainty into confidence. Conclusion. The night that informs the next day births confidence from insight, not from assumption or brute force. Action, comment below with your night of enlightenment, the skill you're solidifying tonight. Engage, like, and subscribe for more techniques that fuse wisdom and action. Reflective question. In what ways can you shift from seeking external validation to internal insight in the face of tomorrow's challenges? Chapter 5. The Echo of the Final Battle. The last story is a tale Musashi shared with his disciples the night before his final duel, a duel that would decide the fate of his clan. He stood in silence, reflecting on the fact that the outcome hinged on preparation, not bravery alone. He listened for weight in his breathing, aligning heart, mind, and body. Marcus Aurelius had once reflected, "When I am ready, I give my whole heart. A good thing in any shape is an affirmation." The echo of both philosophies runs like a shimmering blade. Concrete application. When a crucial meeting or negotiation approaches, map the potential questions, anticipate your responses, and train yourself to pause. Then, mentally rehearse the calm response rather than react. This practice equates to technical training for the mind. Example, suppose you are in a negotiation with a vendor. Outline the worst-case scenario, then visualize maintaining calm while steering toward a win. Practicing this mental rehearsal builds confidence that remains unshaken no matter how many disagreements arise. Conclusion. The final lesson is that confidence stems from the unbroken rhythm of preparation, observation, and discipline, behaving as both samurai and philosopher. Engagement request. Share a moment where you faced a final battle and how you harnessed discipline to emerge confident. Like, share, subscribe, you are helping us keep the spirit alive. Reflective question. How can you integrate the disciplined calm of a samurai with the reflective clarity of a stoic to face tomorrow's uncertainties? Final reflection. We have traced the footsteps of the Stoic Samurai across mountains and empires. Marcus Aurelius taught us restraint in our thoughts, while Musashi illuminated mindful action in the face of adversity. Both legacy figures remind us that unshakable confidence is a blend of disciplined mind, righteous purpose, and practiced resilience, an art worthy of practice. As you close this chapter, recall the quiet breath of morning, the disciplined duel within your mind, the steady path you tread, the night of insight, and the echo of your final battle. Let those images keep your heart steady, your sword sharp, and your confidence unyielding. Thank you for following this ancient journey into modern success. If you found value, please like, share, and subscribe for more stories that inspire action and growth. Remember, the secret to confidence is not the flashes of victory, but the quiet consistency of a disciplined mind. Now take your breath in, exhale your doubts, and step forward. You are the Stoic Samurai of your own destiny.